Welcome to Live from St Kilda with Ben Murphy. It's a jam-packed season finale tonight with Richard Sawada, Jeremy Dooley, George Goldfeder, and Miss World Ambassador Louise Child. And last but certainly not least, musical performances from Adam Noviello and Abby Stone. It would appear orange is indeed the new black tonight, folks, as Ben has temporarily been released for the finale. He's a lean, mean comedy machine, frothing at the bit to entertain you with his wit. Here he is, your host, Ben Murphy!
Thank you so much! Thank you! Good evening, welcome to the show. I'm Ben Murphy. How are you all going? Excellent, so good to see you. It's the season finale for this season. Season 2 of Live from St Kilda has been amazing. And I genuinely want to thank all the guests who came by, the people who joined us in the studio audience, my amazing crew, and the viewers who tuned in at home. You know, there's a lot of other TV shows out there that has a white guy in a suit saying silly things. And I'm really flattered that you chose this one. Not only is this our last show this season, don't worry, we'll be back for Series 3, but it's also our last show before the Logies. I know. Apparently guests can only attend if they've had their 3 jabs of Botox. Needless to say, no one looked surprised. Actually, they all look surprised. That was the issue. There were a few surprise snubs this year, though. No nominations for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Or as it should be called, who the hell are these people? You know, you can't watch that show without constantly Googling who are the cast of I'm a Celebrity. No one knows who they are or what they do, and a lot of the time, not even Google does. So good news, I'm likely to be cast next season. Yeah! Exciting stuff. And also, no nominations for Andrew O'Keefe for somehow convincing us for years and years he wasn't a complete and utter asshole. Quite the performance from Andrew, good job. Speaking of Botox and plastic surgery, as the camera people have tended to zoom in on my nose this season, it's flared up my insecurities and my nostrils. So now the show is doing quite well. It's time for me to go all showbiz and get a nose job. My husband said it was a really bad idea, though, as if I do get a nose job, I'm going to miss all of my favourite scents, like the smells that turn me on. The smells that make me tired. Or the smell of my home. I guess I'm going to have to give it some thought before I do. Though, moving on to something which warms my heart, you know, there hasn't been a place for the city's weirdos to catch up since the anti-vaxxer rallies. And thankfully, there is a Cat Lovers Expo next week at the Convention Centre. The expo will showcase everything you cat people need, like furry toys and friends. Also on, Melbourne Art Festival Rising starts next week. Very exciting. It's an amazing arts festival that is named after something that an artist's bank account will never do. Rise. As part of the festival, a stencil street art class is happening in the CBD, hosted by graffiti artist N20. So now you too can learn to spray ScoMo sucks in over 3 different fonts. We do have a new Prime Minister, though. Are you excited for that? Yes, Anthony Albanese. Poor Scott Morrison's motto has changed from I don't hold a hose to I don't hold office. Though he lost the election but retained his seat in his own electorate of Hawaii, which is great. Good on you. I guess like most men over 50, he struggles with erectile dysfunction. Some people have said that some of the real problems started for the campaign when he took the election promise of tackling underprivileged school children too literally. Straight in there. Do you know, whenever I'm voting, I always draw dicks on my voting card. That way, no matter who gets elected, whatever I put on my ballot is what ends up in office. It's a win-win. It's also World Naked Gardening Day recently, which is very exciting. A day where it's easy to get your knees dirty and pull a root and be proud you weed while doing it. It's also the one day of the year I trim my bush. I'm joking, that thing was lasered years ago. It's also World Pride Month, which is very exciting, which is a great time to celebrate all of the LGBTQI+ people in your life. Unless, of course, you are in One Nation Party who had to cancel their celebration of the month when they realised LGBTQI doesn't stand for Let's Get Back to Questioning Immigration. Hang on, that's not Pauline Hanson. Hang on, sorry, go back. And Pauline again? Nah, Pauline's got blue eyes. In Bendigo, the Elvis Direct from Graceland exhibition is open and in full force. Yeah. That makes two things to do in Bendigo, the Elvis exhibit and meth. But in all seriousness, it's actually a great place for the exhibition to be. Bendigo and Elvis actually have a lot in common. For example, Bendigo is famous for its miners, and Elvis famously dated them. And finally, and disappointingly, the month of May happens to be National Barbecue Month. That's right, a whole month dedicated to painfully setting up an outdoor grill just to talk to your partner's friends about their boring job. I hate barbecues. And what I hate most about barbecues is all that smoke. No, not that smoke. A whole month dedicated to an outdoor grill just to cook burgers and snacks while flies drop in them. And you can't socialize because your friend Kevin decides, Ben, you do the cooking and I'll bring dessert. And then when Kevin shows up, he just brings a box of favorites or roses, a 2-minute dash into the servo, a quick cash and grab while you have to sweat over the grill for hours. While Kevin talks to your husband and your husband laughs at Kevin's jokes because Kevin's so funny. And wow, haven't you noticed Kevin's been working out? Kevin's biceps are so firm and how nice is Kevin? And your friends and husband laugh and flirt and cheers their drink with Kevin because Kevin's just got a promotion, because Kevin's so smart and handsome and succeeds and everything. And Ben, you should be more like Kevin. Kevin doesn't get angry or jealous. Yeah, but Kevin can't cook a bloody barbecue! Anyway, happy barbecue month. Tonight's guests are Richard Sawada, the director from the St Kilda Film Festival. Top charting singer Adam Noviello returns to perform again. Comedy from Jeremy Dooley. George Goldfeder from Beauty and the Geek. Miss World Australia Ambassador 2023 Louise Child on my Chit Chat couch. And our final musical artist for season 2, the incredibly talented Abby Stone. So all that's left to say is I'm Ben Murphy and welcome to my show. If you like that content, hit subscribe below for more great content daily.